What's going on, guys? I'm very lazy lately. I didn't get a video out, but I'm gonna watch this and we're gonna break it down. No rehearsal. No, like, oh my god, blind reaction. This is just my take, and let's watch it.
And Bungie in general is all about collaboration. Testers, designers, effects artists, animation, all these sources of input from everywhere coming together, and like that was magic for me.
I love this guy. He is fantastic for the company. These guns look amazing.
The final shape, it felt a little like a love letter at times. We really thought about bringing that forward to the weapons. Like Kavasta,
Love that.
it's the first gun you get. There has to be the narrative bookends of the first gun I got in the game. It's here in the Pale Heart. It's like this old friend returned. How do you make this thing really good and really powerful without making it not what it is? And that was really challenging. What we ended up deciding on is it is about your skill. Oh, it's all in the wrist. A little like it's gonna bounce several times down this line of
That's a really
bullets.
cool.
You're just really good at bouncing this bullet. It's fate almost.
This thing's dope. Oh. Yeah.
And we pepper in the number 7 in as many places as we could. So it bounces.
It's a really cool gun, and I like the
Got a
fact
bunch
that
of
they're
sevens in its stat.
running away with
Get
the
sevens,
sevens
bounce
because
people,
Bungie
and
loves
pick up the number
7.
of power. Bungie has a long legacy of loving the number 7, and this felt like the right place for it.
Okay.
Cade has this iconic hand cannon that in a lot of ways has become a symbol. We took Ace of Spades and we went, where's the rest of the deck of cards?
Cade stash, baby.
Cool opportunity to theme all the Pale Heart weapons after different.
Also, shout out to my boy Sticky MZ. He pointed this out. This is probably Lakshmi 2, and this is probably Maya Sundaresh in her human form. So if you want to take a minute to turn that upside down, I think this is so cool that we're getting the rest of the deck of cards and the suits. So freaking cool.
Different suits.
It has this two-tone feel to it. The opposite side of the gun is the inverse of that idea.
Cosmetically, they look amazing.
Freaking awesome. It also has like these fantasies of characters that have influenced Cade. These guns are part of his past.
We wanted something that you can't do with any of your other weapons, and we came up with no hesitation. It shoots these harmonic bullets that if you're targeting an enemy,
I love this. I'm going to use this gun so much.
but if you're shooting an ally, it'll heal them.
Love it.
This thing. Oh, I'm so glad.
I'm going to probably use this as a warlock.
And with the new cool little Guardian health bars, you can see that. The healing effect on it is very strong. For a while, we were calling it the Just Don't Die gun. It has its own little energy bar, like the glaive does. And that energy bar is charged by any damage whatsoever.
It's like, we know what we did.
Here's the look
Since
at the
you are
new
returning
supers.
to the Traveler, we wanted to focus on bringing new supers to the light subclasses.
For Song of Flame, we wanted to plus up Radiance from Destiny 1 and have it be combat focused.
If you remember Radiance from D1, it has fire wings. We kind of ate that visual space with Dawnblade, where you've got these like awesome flame wings. In a split second, if a player sees a character solar with wings, they're going to see that it's Dawnblade. We had to come up with something different.
Zach, our VFX artist, came up with the idea of this halo around you. Like
I love this idea. Like, that looks awesome. It honestly reminds me of like Elden Ring with like the ring around, but at the same time, it's like you're godly. I love that. There's Twilight Arsenal.
Twilight Arsenal is a one-off super that also creates these axes. Coming up with visuals for that axe, it was an interesting challenge. How do we want to root this in Destiny? We took a lot of inspiration from Titan's shield. What would it feel like if the axe was the shield broken up? And when you look at it side by side, you can definitely see that connection between the two.
Storm's Edge. We wanted to call back to Arcblade in Destiny 1. Throwing the
This is gonna be broken in PvP.
Blowing up stuff. How long do you have in the super? Initially, you had a long time. You had
24 seconds. We did not earn any friends in the
Was it really 24 seconds, D1 players? I never really mained Hunter in D1, but I'd love to know if that's true. That's insanely, that's a ridiculous amount of super time. Holy shit.
Like,
no,
that's the
people
first
were pretty
day.
mad. But we toned it down, and now you only have 12 seconds, and it's a lot more reasonable.
We found a problem where when I grapple and then you cast Blink Dagger out of it, I fall to the floor, right? Whereas if I'm in midair and I
Then again, when you
I should
swung
have
forward,
Blink
it ate
Dagger,
super energy
and it
too.
sucks. So I want to fix it.
It's the things like the camera shake, the way the rumble spikes and then falls back off. We need all of our abilities to feel awesome.
We want to make it so that the controller melts away. You stop thinking about what do I have to do, and instead you just inhabit your character and you don't have to think about it. The game just plays.
The great thing about Prismatic was every playtest we did, the feedback got better and better. We have gone back and forth on what starter builds that players will get in Mission 1.
Okay, we're going to start the Titans with Stringer's Lash, their strand aspect, and Knockout. One of the notes we got is players just weren't understanding how those two things comboed in a loop. Well, we're going to drop Stringer's Lash, and instead we're going to put in Diamond Lance. Now, any ability kill is making your Diamond Lance. Your Knockout punch, hey, that makes a Diamond Lance. You throw your Diamond Lance at the floor, everything's frozen, now you can punch stuff again and get amplified with Knockout. Once we made that switch,
I love how they're making way more synergy
becomes a lot more clear
with all
and
the
players can think about
subclasses.
playing with their starter loadouts.
At the end of the day, like, the chaos is the point.
Yeah. If you aren't surprised and delighted in a way that you didn't expect, like, we f***ed up.
Yeah.
This strike is probably one of the coolest strikes that
I'm excited for this strike, guys.
Started my Destiny journey playing strikes. I
Same.
wanted to push
Love
the
playing
limits
strikes in
of
D1
what a strike could
for strike
potentially be.
specific loot, man.
Strike, it's sort of a
Let me know if there's any strike specific loot you like from D1 in the comments.
it's
Love my
reminiscent
Imago
of
loop.
What its buildings may have looked like in the past. A lot of the inspiration comes from 30s pulp novels, adventure flicks.
What the
exploring
hell?
Ancient, hidden cities that have not seen a living soul in eons.
This is like an imitation of what the Witnesses species before it became one was like.
Imagine you're in a narrow hallway. You need to escape it. Lava is descending.
The ceiling is lava!
Obstacle is coming out of the walls. You made this slide towards the closing door and you're dead. The door just
She's gonna enjoy this.
Okay, so
That happens a lot.
I have 7 Gilded Conqueror titles. I want this strike to be the hardest strike we ever made. I want people
Mommy?
to scream and cry over this strike
Oh no!
and just say, how do I complete this strike on Grandmaster difficulty? And I'll be like, yes.
That's kind of one of the fun parts about making a strike. There's so much freedom and creativity to do wild things, and then testing that. It's just a lot of fun, that back and forth.
That looked like Riven's
We have a
mouth
very close
or
relationship with
throat.
Test as designers, and I couldn't do anything I do gameplay-wise without Test there at my side. But as soon as I can get fresh eyes on it, I think that's where it really comes in.
We ran a lot
I'm
of
so excited for
playtests,
Final
and
Shape.
every time I would invite people, I'm like, this is final playtest. But
Ah, she said
it's
it!
Final. We just can't stop.
it's really not just one department creating something special. When you see all those things combined and the iteration and the back and forth, and when you get to this end result where it just feels like it couldn't be any other way, we hit on something amazing here.
Make sure you get your pre-orders in. Holy crap, man. I'll see you at Reset. Thanks for watching.
Final Shape Vidoc 2